All righty. Looks like we've got a good crowd today. Welcome to the Hurley Investments Trade Findings and Adjustments of February 15th. Nice to see some more people join today. I know a few of you have had trouble being able to join the webinar, so it looks like that problem has been fixed. Thank goodness. Welcome. All right, guys. Our market is holding up above 5,000. Pretty crazy and pretty ridiculous. Goodness. With inflation numbers that nobody loved just the other day, you can see this big fall from 5,032 down to 4,950-ish. And we're bouncing back a little bit. We have less than let me say it a different way. We have retail sales numbers that came in worse than expected, which you'd think the market wouldn't like, but goodness, today it just doesn't seem to matter. We'll get into that. What I have written down here are just a bunch of things I had from February 1st, last time I had talked with you guys. We had the rate decision back then, the end of January, not cutting rates yet. That bothered people, but we've continued to go up. We've got some Apple 195 puts that we had booked for a profit before earnings. That would have been down this way, bounced off of earnings. And more recently, since it's been hitting that 50-day, we got on another, I don't know, I think they're 185s. I'd have to check. Try and hold on to some profit. Always nice to have some profit in those put protections. Then I threw on a couple of ideas for some trades that earnings that were going badly or well that people could follow in one direction or another. Looks like Peloton, and it mentioned to see if it doesn't bounce and kind of come back before putting on a bearish trade there. And what do you know? It bounced a bit and is coming back. And I said already oversold, or at least I meant to say that. Maybe not worth it. Get rid of that. CHRW. I don't even know what that is. Another one, they made their movement up after earnings, kind of came up, going down, sideways-ish. Not worth it. And then Align, this was the Invisalign company, had great earnings. And that would have been one maybe look at for a bullish trade, but I said confirm that they held above the 200-day moving average. It looks like they did not. Opened here and fell down, and then steadily over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, have gone up. Anyways, there were just some ideas to look at, nothing crazy important. So currently, we had new inflation numbers earlier this week. That were higher than expected. Market sold off a bit and has recovered. Week retail sales numbers this morning that the market has shrugged off. And take a look at Under Armour. Big down day, big up day, holding the 50-day. We chose to get protection back on most stocks. Due to inflation numbers. And then we get more inflation data reporting tomorrow. Big money is out. The market for the 3-day President's Day weekend. Not a great time to be trading. Just a little tough to figure out where the market's going and why we have 1-day sell-off on not great news. And yes, it was a bit of an overreaction that day, so it is nice to see things hold up. But retail sales today and Under Armour is up. Bad retail sales and Under Armour is up. Where's Target? In an upward trend still. Maybe not a great day for them, but they're positive. Geez, Costco won't stop going up. They're kind of more of a bellwether retail though, grocery and retail. Nike, geez, they're up today and getting above a 200-day. Bad earnings though. So, what is my point? Well, although it looks good that things are recovering, we still have more inflation numbers tomorrow. And with that 3-day weekend, things kind of scattering around and going whatever way the retail traders want it to go. Just seemed like it was better to have a little protection. March is also coming up, which is, February and March are not typically great months for the market. So we've had such good runs up and returns in this first month and a half of the market. We would like to protect a bit of that. It's been a great few weeks for us. So I guess you can get the hint that I'm probably not going to give you a trade today, just based off of all these reasons I said. But we'll have a better idea of what's going to happen next week, and maybe better idea where we can go from there. So with that, are there any questions? Anything you'd like me to look at? Baidu is really our last earnings report we're waiting on, and expected on February 28th. Not sure what to expect from Baidu. It's usually a good quarter for them, as they have the Chinese New Year and everything like that in China to boost sales and whatnot. But Baba, which they own 30% of, did not do as well on their earnings. So big fall, starting to recover. So it's not exactly comforting seeing that. Not that I'm worried about Baidu, but I'm just talking about this coming earnings, what to expect. We did have the Chinese government kind of come out and try to help ease any fears of their U.S. New York Stock Exchange listed stocks that they would be pulled from stock exchange, or that they would not comply with the U.S. government and our regulations. Anyways, they came out to try to put a kibosh on some of those fears that they might get delisted, stuff like that, which was a good thing. So that's some good news, and we'll see what happens on earnings for Baidu, and hopefully we can follow a good trade there. Not seeing any questions come in though, guys. Are you sure I can't answer any questions before we call it a day? All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining. Ooh, we did get one. Maybe this is a goodbye. All right. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for joining me, guys. Have a nice 3-day weekend, and I think you can assume that our Monday market commentary is probably going to get moved to Tuesday, but keep an eye out on an email for that. Kevin will send that out, obviously, and we will go from there. Take care, and we'll see you next time.